Boom shakalaka, it appears the bearish sentiment has taken over the market as Bitcoin price continues to go down. Today's video, we're going to be talking about some very important levels to keep an eye on, plus some very bullish charts for Bitcoin, and the one reason you should ultimately be very bullish on Bitcoin. You'll definitely want to stay tuned. What's up everyone, Randall here from Crypto Love. Today's video, we're talking about what's going on with Bitcoin, the recent price drop, the bearish turn in sentiment, and why you should still be hopeful for Bitcoin despite all of this. Before we get into it, guys, make sure to like, subscribe, click the notification bell. Also come join us over on Twitter at the Crypto Love. And today's video is sponsored by the Winkyverse, so stay tuned till the end for a sponsored review. Now, if we take a look today, back in Extreme Fear 25, we can see last week we were right around neutral, back to fear as the price continues to drop. And if we take a look, the market down about 1% today. Yesterday it broke under $40,000. Today Bitcoin is at $38,997, Ethereum at $27.16, BNB at $3.88, XRP at 78 cents, Cardano at 95 cents, Solana at $94, Avalanche at $80, and Terra Luna at $50. Now, if we take a look at Bitcoin today, Bitcoin is continuing in this downtrend since the top back in November. However, there's a lot of interesting stuff going on in some charts we're going to be taking a look at shortly that you should definitely consider. Now, where could Bitcoin potentially go? Well, I've been saying a long time, between $30,000 and $53,000, Bitcoin's just going sideways. But we have previous support back here in July. Again, it was support in January. Well, that uptrend in support right now, today, would put us roughly around $33,500. If it was to go below there, then yes, Bitcoin price could be shocking and could continue heading down. But this may just be a little bit of a pullback in a change in price trend, because you can see this dotted yellow line right here. This happened when there was an RSI breakout. And if we take a look, the past couple times this has happened, Bitcoin has gone up on average 3.5x. So we might expect to see that. And, you know, last time there were some pullbacks before Bitcoin price eventually rose. However, one interesting thing I did like to note in this downtrend that we're in right here, we can see kind of like a little double top along this downtrend right here. Now, if we just play this bar pattern, see where that could take us. Well, it matches up perfectly with what's happening right now, top one, top two, and then it matches the bottom perfectly, comes back up, puts us roughly around $22,000 by April. Now, before you freak out, I don't think that's going to happen. I think there's a lot of support and other things going on before then. But, you know, if you like to play around with bar patterns, you know, have your fun. Now, reasons to be bullish. Now, this is with SPX, so it's not with Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. But this chart here showing very, very bullish tendencies. The AALL bulls at historic low this February. Yet another bottom signal on our list. You can see down here is way below this green line here. Every time that happened previously was pretty much a low in the S&P. And now Bitcoin clearly isn't the S&P 500, but it is somewhat correlated and could go up as S&P prices go up. But let's take a look at Bitcoin, because Bitcoin right now, where we are, is basically June 2021 again. And in case you guys don't remember, June 2021, right down here, right before the price rocketed off. So why is that? Well, we have a MACD waning sell pressure. You can see this red line getting smaller and smaller and smaller before it heads back up. We have an RSI bullish divergence. So we have the RSI coming down as the price starts to go up, bullish divergence. We have everyone waiting for lower lows. That's right. Everybody's saying, how low is this going to go? Well, potentially, this is right before the price rockets off, because as of right now, we don't have that many people selling anymore. On the profit-taking side of the sell pressure equation, the trend continues to be that less and less investors are choosing to take profits at the current price range. We can see this. People aren't selling right now. So if they're not selling, how's the price going to continue to go down if there's not some massive manipulation? But I don't think at this point we would see much manipulation, because even the big players, they're in Bitcoin roughly $30,000 area, so they don't have much lower to go. As a matter of fact, right now we have a lot of bears coming out talking about how $20,000 is going to happen. Bitcoin is going to crash down to $20,000. So the $3,000 and $4,000 bears that were calling for $1,000 are now calling for $20,000. Back here, boom, it never happened. Back here, probably not going to happen again. They obviously never learned. He thinks the operator will punish them again real soon. As a matter of fact, if we take a look at this chart here, Bitcoin right now is at some very significant support. This is multi-year support levels. This is since back in 2015. This red, the line above the red shaded area, aside from the COVID Black Swan event, Bitcoin just hasn't gone below this area. So it would be unlikely for it to do it this time. Which brings us to this chart right here, because right now, people are turning bearish again. I mean, the price isn't going up fast enough. Are we going to have a massive turnaround tomorrow? No, probably not. But is it going in that direction? Yes, probably. So Velvet, and he's the same guy who pretty much called the day that we had the insane bullish pump from $10,000 to $65,000. He also called the $33,000 bottom. Well, he's saying, good morning, Bitcoin disbelievers. How's your day? Ugh, interest rate hikes. Ugh, $20,000. This rally will fail like the others. And if we take a look at the psychology of market cycles, look at this, disbelief. This rally will fail like others. If we take a look at this chart right now, we actually do have an upward trend in Bitcoin. But because, well, the price went up to, what, 46, and then now it's back down to 38, people are thinking the rally is over, but we may not actually have that yet. We just might likely have this first disbelief before we get the optimism, hope, belief, thrill, and euphoria coming in the future, because it's important to have a long-term time frame. Trading any asset with a time frame shorter than 5 years is retarded. It's stupid. If your time frame is that short, you're just going to lose. But if you trade with 5 years plus, guess what? You can start to see more of this thrill, euphoria, belief, and insane price hikes. Because if we take a look right here, Michael Saylor tweeted this recently. He said the whole world divided by 21 million. That's an equation you have to remember. Because, in case you forgot, the Fed is printing $300 billion per month. Well, that would mean that dollars really aren't that valuable. They print 300 billion of them every month. Do you have 300 billion of them? No. So where are those going? Well, it's deflating the purchasing power of all of our dollars. However, Bitcoin, there's only ever 21 million. As a matter of fact, I just rewatched my interview with John McAfee the other day, and he says that 7 million's already lost. And as a matter of fact, right now, Bitcoins are actually getting lost at a faster pace than they're being mined, which is somewhat shocking. So that being said, it's not like the whole world divided by 21 million. It's like the whole world divided by 14 million. If you think the price of that isn't going up, you've got to be crazy. So that's all for today's video. Now on to the sponsored review of the Winkyverse. Now that being said, this is a sponsored review, so clearly do your own due diligence. This is not an endorsement of the project. I'm merely going over the project, and then you can decide on your own if this is something you're interested in. You can check out the website from the link down in the description, and you could consider investing on your own. Now, the Winkyverse, the first global educational games metaverse powered by Winkies. So some things about Winkies, backed by some top investors and advisors. We'll go over them shortly, but names you might have heard of, like the Sandbox and Ultra. 5,000 clients across Europe, over 250 media releases in major media, available at all major French retailers, including some big name ones. Like, in case you guys haven't gone to France, it's basically like the Best Buy of France. You can get it there. Top #1 French tech crowdfunding campaign on Ulule, and top #5 equity crowdfunding campaign in France. So, the Winkyverse is the first global educational games metaverse, and this story, basically, this was born at École Polytechnique, which is basically France's top engineering school back in 2017. Mainbot was created with a goal in mind, leveraging new technology to enhance kids' education and preparing them for the future. The first product, an educational and evaluative robot called Winky, is already used by thousands of families across Europe to teach 5 to 12-year-olds about robotics, programming, and artificial intelligence.
they're now ready to take education to the next level with the launch of the Winkyverse, a global education games metaverse powered by its own digital currency, the Winkies. So the Winkyverse is the first educational ecosystem who manages to combine no less than 6 of the most promising technologies: robotics, artificial intelligence, programming, gaming, augmented reality, and blockchain. The Winkyverse is divided into 3 distinct spaces where families from all over the world will go to learn, create, play, and connect. So you can join the Winkyverse. They have a white paper. They also have a light paper for people want to read shorter things. But if we take a look at some of the shareholders, advisors, and partners. So we have the co-founder of the Sandbox. We have the co-founder of Ultra. We have Kyle Chass, the founder and CEO of Master Ventures and Paid Network. We have Satoshi Stacker. So a lot of names that some of you might have heard of. Also Plug-in Digital, which is one of the world's largest distributor and producer of video games. So they're already sold out round 3 here, but if you look up top here, they're available on PancakeSwap and Uniswap. And furthermore, lots of media releases there. Now, the roadmap and milestones. Like I said, this is something that has been around for a long time. It was created in 2017 at École Polytechnique Incubator. Not only that, but since 2019, it's been available at Fnac in France, which is basically like their Best Buy. And furthermore, where they are right now, we can see a lot of things coming up in terms of alphas and betas and launches and a whole bunch of different stuff they have coming up there. So that being said, with that, there are some interesting things coming up within the next day or so, like earning Wink. So in order to reward the most loyal members of the community, they created 2 different programs that allow you to earn Wink every month: the Winky Space program and the Winkyverse staking program. So the space program, basically, here's how to earn Wink with the space program. So invite people to join with the Winkyverse and sign up on the dashboard. For each person who signs up on the dashboard with your affiliate link to buy Wink, you'll receive a bonus in Wink. And then also you can hold Wink in your wallet. So once a month, we'll airdrop Wink tokens to Wink holders. Each participant of the Winky space program will receive an airdrop of 1% of all the Wink they hold. That's 1% every month. Not only that, but they have a staking program with very generous APRs for staking 6, 9, or 12 months. So the staking program, if we take a look here, a 6-month lockup, there's 60% APR. A 9-month lockup, there's 72% APR. And a 12-month lockup, there's 84% APR. Now, if we take a look, they also have Winky bots. So 12,111 unique Winky bots. We can see kind of what they look like here. They'll come from different planets in the solar system, and 12,000 have been algorithmically generated by the supercomputer from 10 traits, and the remaining 111 will be designed by renowned digital artists from all over the world. Now, for those of you who want to check out the white paper, they have a longer white paper, a shorter light paper, but this kind of gives you an idea of how the token works in the economy. So we have staking, we have DAO voting rights, we have premium gain in-game and avatar customization purchases, we have digital custom and 3D accessory purchases, and 50% discounts on purchasing Winky bots. So that being said, some other things that they did want me to mention. So it's the first educational metaverse backed by top investors, including people from the Sandbox and Ultra. The most funded ICO in France over the last 3 years with over 20 million euros collected. The third round ICO just sold out for 10 million euros last November. So as of right now, Winkies have been listed on PancakeSwap, Uniswap, and MEXC, but they're in advanced discussion with other exchanges such as Gate.io and KuCoin to potentially be listed next month. They just launched one of the most generous staking programs we talked about with the 60, 72, and 84% APR for 6, 9, and 12-month lockups. And then the Winky Space program starts February 22nd, allowing anyone who stakes to get 1% the number of Wink they hold in their wallet. Also, they have twice a week there will be challenges and giveaways available to anyone following their Discord, Telegram, and Twitter with a $100,000 prize pool every month. They also announced their partnership with Plug-in Digital, and selected projects will be given a land in the Winkyverse where they'll be able to build different kinds of experiences for the players. And at the end of the month, the Winkyverse will reveal more news about the 3x3 land they acquired in the Sandbox Metaverse to develop educational
games. So guys, that is it for the Winkyverse. You can check out their website, getwinkies.com, or you can click the link down in the description. Thank you so much for sponsoring the episode. Thank you guys for watching. I'll catch you later. Have a good one. Peace.